George of the jungle, strong as he can be.
And we are back at thecreditjungle.com today. This is George Anderson. And now that we've kind of mapped out the transaction here, now we're going to say, okay, well, this is how we do it. But why would we do it that way? What's the benefit of doing that? Well, what does the seller get out of it? So the seller, first of all, gets to sell their home, okay? And they get to sell their home without doing a short sale, okay? Well, what's the damage? What's the big deal with a short sale? Well, a short sale is like really close to being a foreclosure or a deed in lieu of foreclosure. The seller, had they done a traditional transaction, would be in the penalty box as far as their credit and their ability to qualify for another mortgage loan for a minimum of 2 years. And it could be 4 years or longer. But that's not a good thing, especially if this person is trying to get into another home sometime soon, okay? Well, how does this do anything for the seller's credit? Well, number one, it brings them current on their mortgage. These $5,000 in arrears, the payments are caught up, and they're going to be made on time because this person's going to perform on their contract because they got 10% down, and they could have gotten a conventional regular loan, but they decided to go this route. So this buyer now, or the seller, now has a mortgage that's still in their name, okay, but it's being reported current, paid as agreed, okay? So that's the benefit to the seller, but wait, there's more. The buyer's interest rate that they owe on the 460 is 1% higher than the seller's interest rate of 3.5%. Well, how does that match up over here? Well, what that means is that in addition to the seller kind of mitigating some of the losses on their credit, they're going to walk away with $150 a month, $152 a month of cash flow from the sale of their home because of the interest rate differential on there. So good news for the seller. So why would the buyer now overpay for the home when he knows that the seller's in a distressed situation? Well, again, the key of it here is, what is his other option? Well, the other option would be to go out and get a loan with 10% down on the appraised value, okay? But then they would have an interest rate of 6%, let's just use that, along with mortgage insurance. The principal and interest payment on an institutional loan would be $2,830. Oh yeah, but wait a minute, I'm going to owe 10 grand less on my contract on a regular loan than I would on the seller finance one. Well, would you really? Because the seller's not going to help you with your closing costs, because he can't. So you're going to have another closing cost here of about $5,000 at least, okay? But the other benefit here, you've got an interest rate here of 4.5%. 4.5%, by the way, with no mortgage insurance. So now we have got a payment here of $2,330, which happens to be $500 a month less, okay? So yes, you owe a little bit more here, but you have 5 grand extra in your pocket because you didn't pay closing costs, okay? And then on top of that, your monthly payment is $500 a month less. So how long does it take you to make up the difference on that? Well, it's less than a year, okay? So this is a great benefit for a buyer, great benefit for a seller here, and no losers on here. Everybody that participated in the transaction got something out of it, and it was a great way to do a transaction and preserve this person's capacity to get into another home at least 1 year sooner than any other option that they would have. So thanks for coming into thecreditjungle.com today. This is George Anderson. Remember, you can push button, get mortgage professional, and I would love to talk with you about your situation and how we can use all of these tools to help get you into the right home with the right type of financing. Have a great day.